live on Facebook, boy. You know how they be.
The bandwidth for it, the capacity for it. Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls,
we're here for another episode, another rundown, another gist, another Scooby-Doo doo-wop pow of discussions and conversations.
Your favorite 1-2 punch, man. Y'all know what it is.
This is episode 23.
23 of them.
Damn, I gotta search through 23 notes. It's probably time to start a new
I was just thinking, I was about to say, I guess we probably should have did that, at 20?
Jesus Christ, man, so much here.
At 20 probably, but it's never too late, never too late. What's up, sis?
Hey there.
Never too late to get back right. We talk about it all, man. We have not been live for a week.
7 days.
Took Friday off. I mean, I guess you can say honor of Independence Day, whatever. I mean, it was more or less for us just to have a good time, turn up.
Well, they say black people shouldn't honor Independence Day, so let's not say in honor of Independence Day.
Let's just say we took off on Friday, right? But back tonight, and boy, has a lot happened since we've been on this here camera. I think the biggest one was I was already up when the verdict happened, but I was busy. Drip was just waking up, and his first words to me was, nigga, Diddy not guilty of, again, the most severe charges is what we later found out.
I think what this is gonna sound horrible, but what satisfies me, family, what up, headache? What satisfies me in this is the fact that I said this was gonna happen.
Yeah, I think we all been up here
from the start of the trial. Like, I said exactly this was going to happen.
Yeah. I feel like, we trolled, we did what we came to do every episode, but we also kept it 100 that this right here was going to be the outcome.
Since we've started this podcast and we've been discussing Sean P. Diddy Combs, I've been screaming and yelling the same thing. And then once the trial started, that's when I really started yelling the same thing. The fact that throughout the whole trial, through all the news that we received as just regular people in the world, nothing that should have been a big pop or wow or, oh my God, Diddy did that, we didn't feel that way about anything.
No. Especially about the charges that, were the ones that was going to put him behind bars for the rest of his life and remove this man out of his kids and grandkids.
Y'all proved nothing about a RICO.
Y'all did not prove a RICO charge. So, that right there was like crazy because that literally happened. What was that on, Wednesday? Tuesday. So we would have been on it on Friday going crazy about it. But I mean, even since then, so much has developed. Like, obviously, being found guilty of 2 of the charges means he could face a max up to 10 years. So now the question,
10 for each, so 20.
20. So now the question comes into the play of what happens there.
Just based off of this, the trial alone, I don't see that man getting 20 years.
Okay. So how much time, if any time, what kind of time, luxury, federal prison, like what we talking about?
Diddy will be out in October.
Okay.
Being that he done served a year, he'll probably, between now and October, bro, the judge about to sit there and be like, dang, man, this is a lot that I got to
cipher through, go through, think
about. And realistically, man, because he was found not guilty on the RICO and all, like, the more excessive,
severe charges,
more quote unquote scarier charges. Because he was found innocent of those, man, or acquitted of those, it's kind of hard to, I ain't gonna say it's hard to put him in jail for the 2 charges you got him on, but I mean, it's kind of hard to. Like, let's because
I guess it go into one of those things, Drip, where it's like, okay, well, if he wasn't, doing this,
So like transportation for prostitution, bro. That's what you got found, bro. That's minuscule, bro.
Yeah,
that's baby
compared to again what you were on trial for in its totality and what you got charged for. That's why
baby, bro.
The response was what it was. Like, yeah, people know he was found guilty, but people are looking at the fact that this man ain't about to be behind bars for the rest of his life. We gonna see Diddy come out. A lot of people before it, obviously later came out that his bond was gonna be denied. A lot of people were expecting Diddy to be out by the end of that day.
Honestly, that's again because he was found innocent of the more severe charges, because he was acquitted of the reason why they kept him in it. Because realistically, the reason why they denied him bond is because they were saying the RICO. Yeah. If he's been found innocent of the RICO, how do you hold the RICO against him?
Yeah. And that's why a lot of his family members, a lot of diehard fans, friends was like, what? Why are you keeping him in there? Why are we even talking about this? That shouldn't even be talked about no more. Like, yes, that might have been a trial for it, but the court has found him not guilty. The jurors of his peers have found him not guilty. Why he can't get a bond?
I mean, and beyond that, I think what makes it worse is because, again, the arguments that were made from the prosecution were to keep him in before were the same argument that they made in the post.
Keep him in after the trial, post-trial.
And the thing was, yes, he was acquitted of these things, but we can't not acknowledge the fact that we know he did it.
That's a slippery slope. Like, that is truly like just one of those things where it's like, well, we've already exposed y'all to so much to where it's like, even though this is the outcome, don't forget this, don't forget that. This is still a fact. This still happened. This testimony was still, so they're obviously playing off of that. And I mean, again,
literally,
it worked for now, but I don't think it's going to be something to where once the time comes for sentencing, I don't think you're going to see this man go 20 years.
So with the him being acquitted, what does this whole thing in totality now say about his legacy? Well, we can't even say in totality because we haven't reached October yet.
Yeah.
But as of now, what in totality, in your opinion, and I got to make sure I say in your opinion because people think that because we get up here and talk that everything we say is just factual and what we say goes.
We got to go here and talk about something real, like how we do people.
Oh, can't forget that.
Okay.
Can't forget that.
Please make sure we talk about something real, like how we do people.
But
go ahead with your question.
With 85%, or hell, at this point, 90% of it being done, concluded, going away with, how can we now look back at Diddy? Because again, even though he was acquitted for these things, you do have to, in a sense, take some of these things into consideration.
So I think it first goes into
especially with the, not to interrupt, but especially with the video of him whooping the hell out of her in the hotel hallway.
And I was going to say, I think a lot of it goes into the comment that you make a lot in separating the person from the talent, the gift from the guilt, or I think that's a good one. Separating the guilt from the gift, the guilt from the gift. And I think in Diddy's case, it's hard to, man, because again, he was found not guilty. Whereas obviously comparing him to R. Kelly was found guilty. You still can't negate everything that we've heard. Even outside of what we've seen from the video, because we saw the video even before the trial started, because obviously we remember Diddy got on live somewhere down on some island apologizing about the video.
I think they say he was in like Bora Bora or something like that.
So, and even at that time, he went, a little bit, and he was still living life, and people talked about it, and it just kind of went away. Even then, it's when that trial hit. And then you got people testifying that, I mean, you were just
malicious,
belligerent in so many ways.
I like that one. Belligerent.
Especially you say it like that. Say it again.
Belligerent.
especially when you have showed us that side of you, man. I don't know. I don't like your music. Everything just hit different now. Like I don't even think Diddy should be focused on a quote unquote music career. Like whatever you've done, let that be. Because what now are you going to produce, or what now are you about to get on here and say that people are going to want to hear when we've seen that side of you. Like once you see that other side of a person,
he was in that mode.
Like it's hard to you can't unsee that. And it was what sucks about it, Drip, is the fact that so many of the artists that we know to love in all the different types of genre, from R&B, hip hop, gospel, country, whatever, they all got something that if we were to see that side of them, it would change our complete view of them.
Yep. Well, I mean, we saw Kirk Franklin cuss his son out. No, I don't feel any ways about him.
And you don't, but some people took that, some older folks and people that probably been supporting Kurt since Kurt and the family was like, oh yeah, no, man, I can't do that no more, man. Not after he, blah, blah. And Kirk said it best when he did his Breakfast Club interview. He said it best when it's like, hey, man, I'm not perfect.
Come on, man.
These people look at me to be perfect. At the end of the day, that's never going to be the case.
That ain't me, and that ain't what I do. I'm not the man. Kirk said it best in his
Father's
Day. The King's thing. He said, was that Kirk?
Yeah, Kirk, DC, Country Wayne. He had a lot of heavy hitters on that, man. It was a good table talk.
I'm even trying to remember what I was about to say he said. I'm trying to remember if it was Kirk. I don't know. Come back to me. But it's dang, man. I got myself with that one.
And it was good too. That's why
it was gonna be good.
You was gonna hit it. You was gonna take what Kurt said or whoever said it. Just keep it open minded, and you was gonna go ahead and run.
So should this change how we view other people that do this kind of stuff? Like,
expound on
the people we know were at the parties. Mm-hmm. Hell, at this point, the people we know that they said were interacting in the parties via the trial. Like, how should we view them now? Hell, how should we view anybody at the parties, period? Because
now, Drew, they said it was a difference between a
Diddy party and a Diddy party. Yeah.
So it was like
they said the freak offs happened after 1 o'clock.
Yes. And the Diddy party was like the all white parties that he would throw and this, that, and the third. And I mean, let a lot of people tell it. Those parties were during the daytime. Like those started like early afternoon, early evening into the night. And then once the nightfall hit, those that separated. And then that's when, the freak offs happened. I think those that were involved in that, I mean, because, bro, again, some people are going to argue this is just sexual preference. A lot of that stuff that they were doing is just what they were into in their sex life.
Yeah.
Now, and
great argument.
And that's why I would say it depends on the severity, because I mean, if they were just doing their threesomes, foursomes, whatever, I mean, hey, that's what float they boat. That's what they do. But if they was out here beating women, drugging women, all of that, men too, because I mean, it's not impossible for a woman to do it to a man. Don't ever get that confused. It's just, obviously the percentage is less, but still very possible. So it's like, if something's like that is happening, then yes, I think you need to look at those individuals and be like, what else is in your closet that you not telling us?
It says, yo.
But I think if it's just like they were just having their sexual fantasies and, whatever fulfilled, then hey, let them people be. Leave them people business alone. But it's out here beating people in the elevator, man. And I mean, bro, God, hitting women with frying pans of eggs. I mean, tying these women to the bed and then forcing just multiple men to ejaculate on their stomach and on their bodies. Like, if you were doing stuff like that, nah, bro. I've been watching a lot of Law and Order and SVU. A mind is a crazy thing, bro.
And it's a crazier thing to waste.
So I was watching this one episode, bro, and they was like, man, you around here watching these G-rated movies and stuff, trying to pretty much go around your parole, when in reality you watching these G-rated movies because you like kids. And that thing opened my mind. I was like, damn, never thought about it like that. Then you just start thinking about all the people in your life. Like, how many people in my life ever just was like, hey, you want to watch, I don't know, Lil Bill for fun?
Let's watch Caillou.
Yeah, like, it had me questioning my childhood. Like, wait a minute. But all jokes aside, though, bro, like, if them people out there doing some of that Diddy stuff that we heard, we need to be looking at them cross-eyed. Okay, then. What's up, Ray Day?
My boy, man. Sickest barber in the city, man. Look at that. I got my barber and my hairstylist here.
The showers were crazy.
Look, man, I got my barber and my hairstylist, man.
Oh,
y'all see I'm always good, man.
1, 2 on here.
Come on, man. By the way, everybody, while you here, like, share, comment, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, go over to YouTube real quick. Subscribe. If you're on YouTube, go over to Facebook. Share it. Like, let's blow this up.
Let's interact, man.
Let's blow this up, y'all.
We 23 deep now, so we ain't stopping. We done showed y'all we consistent. We bring y'all constant content every day, so y'all know we here to stay. So,
man, we 23 episodes in. Let me give an update.
23 episodes in. We got a watch party under our belt. We know football season coming in 7 weeks. We talked about that at the end of the episode. So
40 subscribers on YouTube, y'all.
We can get that up.
Come on, let's grow that.
We should be in 100.
As long as y'all can share it and all of that, we could grow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the more you share it, your followers gonna get tired of seeing them. Like, me just go ahead and follow these.
Come on,
they
man.
Obviously, keep sharing it. Then keep sharing it.
Come on, man. We just need this. You ain't even gotta watch every week. As long as you subscribe and share it.
That's it.
You ain't even gotta watch every week. We thank y'all for watching every week. Please continue to watch every week. But
we really need them subscribers.
We need our subscribers. We need the shares. Yeah. We need the comments. We need y'all to interact, because as long as you interact, you'll push our algorithm. We need you to push the algorithm. We need you pushing the algorithm. Even if you're just saying A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that's a comment.
Then let us come in there and say HIJKLMNOP.
It's a comment. And they're going to push the algorithm.
We gone.
We got to grow. Without y'all, we ain't going to be nothing. Yep. So help us grow, man.
We gonna
help us grow.
We gonna keep growing.
We gonna do some crazy stuff, man. Y'all already know we doing watch parties.
Football season is coming.
Football season coming, man. We gonna get some new setups, man. We about to really attack this, and we need y'all along for the ride.
The only way y'all gonna be able to do that is if you
subscribe, share.
You locked in.
Come on, man. We ain't even ask y'all for no money. We not even putting up no donations or nothing like that.
We never came up here and been like, oh yeah, what you just said. Y'all see I'm always good. Y'all see we stay straight, earring stay, you feel me? We stay good, so we just want to make sure, we want to keep pushing content out.
That's all, man. So again, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Because again, we are nothing without y'all. I got that from Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne, he was like, remember.
I don't know why your voice sounded like Michael Jackson. It was a weird
Remember,
voice.
You're right.
Do it to give a different Lil Wayne.
Yeah. Remember.
What?
Yeah, Wayne. AKA Mr. Make It Rain on the floor like earth.
That's better. That's better than what we was getting.
All right. In other blank stare news, more crazy ass information came out this week from our crazy ass president. This man had the nerve.
The mitigated gone.
I fought with the plan. I ain't gonna lie. I fought with the plan. It's cool to be.
It's not bad.
The man had the nerve to get on TV and say during one of his speeches, I think it was like a random ass address to the nation. Yeah.
Just Trump being Trump.
Yeah. He announced his plan to host a UFC fight at the White House, a first in U.S. history. No fighters or dates are confirmed yet, but Dana White has supported him before, as we all know. Yep. Everybody cool with the president. Yep. Possible MAGA allies, fighters we got Colby Covington, Shane Strickland, and Masvidal. All three of them, they like pro-Trump. Like, so realistically, them three that you probably want to get on there. So I don't know what their weight classes are. So I don't know if they're gonna be fighting each other, if they can fight each other or what. But them probably three of the ones you want to get on there. Apparently,
my boy here, going boom, boom. That was.
See, cause what I said, if you on Facebook, go to YouTube. YouTube, go to Facebook. What he did?
He did that.
Come on, man, that's a real one, man. It's a real one.
I mean, again, bro, like you said, Drip, I kind of like it though, man. I like it. It's, hey, your little UFC fight at the White House.
So. Is it bold or is it bizarre? Is it cool or is it crazy? Is it like
I think it's bold and crazy. I think that's probably the best two combos to put. I don't want to say bizarre and cool because that sometimes can be the same to a person like, oh man, this is bizarre. Oh man, this is cool. But to say it's bold and crazy, those are two totally different words. Like this is bold. Like, okay. Like, I see what you're doing here. I like what you're doing. This also crazy as hell.
I mean, it's about the like, but no. So when I heard it at first, I was like, "Yo, that'd be dope."
Yeah.
Because I mean, I always think outside the box, regardless. Mm-hmm. So I'm always, especially when it comes to events, I'm always thinking of like, how can you push the boundaries regardless. Yeah. So you done did it everywhere.
Yeah, but you already done did the what you call it in Vegas.
Right. Y'all done had a fight in the Spear.
Yeah.
Y'all done had a fight in the Toyota thing. Y'all had a fight at multiple fights at AT&T Stadium. Mm-hmm. Y'all done did a fight in SoFi Stadium at this point. Y'all done had a fight in Miami. Yeah. Like
y'all done touched all the hot spots.
Where else is there to do it?
So it's like, it's one of those things where, well, you know, we might as well go ahead and
They done had UFC fights in Dubai. Like, yes. What else we gonna do? You might as well
do what you gotta do.
At the White House.
It's again, bro. It's bold and it's crazy, man.
Hey, auntie.
That's my auntie April.
Hey. That's Anthony mama.
Hey.
Yeah. Auntie April.
It's definitely bold and crazy, man. I can't, bro. I want to see it pulled off.
Bro, that man said, bro, in live, he was like, yeah, we're going to have about 40,000 people spectating. And in my head, I'm like,
you can fit
not even can you fit 40,000 people.
You about to have 40,000 strangers
at the White House? How can you do that logistically?
I don't.
Because everybody got to have a background check.
Yeah, everybody got to get pre-screened. And
because it's not like the president coming. Because it's different when he just pop up to a UFC fight yes. versus
him bringing one to his front yard.
You feel me? Because nigga, this is coming to your house. So what you tell? What people gonna use the bathroom at? You gotta think about it like the black barbecues. Yeah. Like niggas gotta walk in your house and use the bathroom, man. You want all these people going in your bathroom?
Why you ain't do it on you know where they did the speech at the Martin Luther King speech and set up sun outside there.
Yeah,
that's what they doing
the National Mall.
Yeah, that's what they doing the next election that I believe. So I don't know why.
Hell, do it what they do. The inaugurations at.
Yes. But the White House. I mean, but that's Trump though, man. Trump gonna always, because again, bro, everything that we just said is too realistic. Trump like, nah, man, I need to do something that people think is impossible, and I need to make it possible. The White House.
Listen.
Just like him being president. Nobody think that was supposed to happen. First or the second time.
I think Conor McGregor gets a fight.
Yeah.
I think it depends on when it's happening.
I mean, it got to be while he in office, so you got to look with over the next, 3 years. I just want to know, I got a question while you think about that. Where is this on his to-do list? Like... I'm just trying to figure out, like, it's a lot of other pressing matters in the world. So I'm trying to see,
world,
is this, like, high up? Or, like, is this just, like, something that you think
I'm gonna
about,
get it done. Like,
because for you to bring this to our attention, like, you obviously got to know this is something that reporters are going to ask you at some point. Like, hey, you mentioned a couple months ago about a UFC fight.
So, Mr. President, about 3 weeks ago, you made mention that you wanted to have a UFC fight right here at the White House. Are you still intending on doing that for the U.S. people? You said about 40,000 people, correct? 40,000? 40?
Now, like,
40,000?
You got to commit to that. And I think that's...
Hey, Mr. President.
I think that's what made Trump. So the actual thought, him saying it, none of it should really shock us. Because, I mean, you know, this is what he going to do.
Hey, Mr. President. So, when you were elected, you said that you were going to bring taxes down for the U.S. people.
He doing it.
But you just passed a bill
that
only brought taxes down for billionaires and millionaires.
And
how do you feel about that, Mr. President?
And if you want to be honest, this is all jokes aside. And he legit just passed a bill that no longer tax overtime. Mm-hmm. So now people that get overtime don't even get taxed on it. But they ain't going to talk about that for the band. They going to make sure they talk about everything else. Because that helps a lot of working class citizens.
But he also cut Medicare and Medicaid.
Yep.
So you can give me, that's cool, take the taxes off my overtime, but because I'm working overtime and I'm getting sick, how the hell am I going to...
Hey, now the logic is you got enough money, go get you some health care, man.
F that fight. We want to fight him for cutting our food stamps.
There you go, we just... Yeah, bro, the new rules to be qualified for food
stamps, all of it, like,
is insane, man. And it's not realistic for a lot of people. But again, it's one of those things where it's like, well, listen, I gave you this, so you had to know I was gonna take something, but I ain't think you was gonna take that. That's what everybody thinking. Like, oh yeah, we love the fact that we can, you know, work 70 hours a week and not get taxed on the overtime, but
and how the hell does that even work? Like,
I mean, so from a payroll perspective, it's just going to realistically be when you get your overtime pay, when it's ran through the payroll system, the government, when they take your taxes out of your check and they see your overtime, they won't take taxes out of your overtime. They just going to take taxes out of your regular earnings. So anytime overtime is registered on a check, the government will automatically know, okay, we ain't going to tax that overtime. And you're going to see it like people that get overtime, if they look at their check, they'll be able to notice a significant difference. Like, it's gonna be at least. I mean, for some people, this is a significant difference.
Overtime be time and a half sometimes.
Yeah.
So
for some people, this is a big difference. It's gonna be like $50 to up to $300-$400 difference on some.
Whoa, that's a big check.
Just off the fact that they're not, because again, bro, you gotta think about it. When you get overtime, like you just said, you getting time and a half. So that time and a half, if you make $15 an hour, now your time and a half, you getting what, $22 an hour. But now that's tax. So now you really getting $18 an hour. But now you really about to see your $22 an hour. So all them call centers, y'all better be ready for y'all employees coming out there, you know.
I'll take the shift. I'll take everybody's shift.
I'm trying to tell you, boy, because
I work for Tanisha, Bobby, Cole, Tiana.
Watch this, though. This the difference, though, Drip. Now a lot of companies going to be saying, hey,
no overtime.
We'll just make you salary.
But their returns are going to be little.
Yes, your tax returns are going to be a lot significantly different.
Wait,
just like it is for those that claim kids and don't claim.
So wait,
kids.
Question. So is that saying you're not going to pay for it in the moment, but when it's time to pay taxes, you're going to wind up paying for it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Almost essentially, yeah.
Oh no.
And again, that's why a lot of companies are going to try to avoid the overtime loophole. And what they going to say is, oh, we'll just make you salary. So they going to take your hourly income, multiply that, do the math. Okay, cool. We'll pay you this amount a year, but your ass still going to be working. You thought you was working 50, 60 hours before. Now you're going to be working 70, 80 because now there is no overtime when you salary. So again, it's those give or takes, man. And
either you got way woes or you don't.
Hey man,
that would come down to either you got way woes or you don't.
So Trump done did a lot over this last just span of a week.
But again,
go ahead, Drew.
For dummies, idiots, I'm sorry, But
I didn't know that's what he
for ignorant ass people, because that's what it comes down to. For ignorant ass people, you see this as a win for the person, but in all actuality, it's a win for the consumer.
Yeah.
And when I say the consumer, I don't mean the consumer as in us, the consumer. I mean the consumer as in the big brands, Walmart's, Targets, Sony, Apple.
What are you gonna do with this?
Your job, their job, like that. That is, it's a win for them.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with their money? What are you gonna do with that extra money? You're gonna spend it. You're gonna put it back into the cycle. And again, that's
not even that. But because they're not taxing the overtime, the government is giving more tax breaks to the companies that are giving overtime.
Yeah.
So honestly, overtime is being incentivized by the government to certain companies or to all companies that are going to pay it, which is again where if you're stupid, a dummy, an idiot, you view it as a win for, let me put it in the correct terms now. You view it as a win for the consumer, but in all actuality, it's a win for the conglomerates. It's a win for the bigger man.
Yeah. I mean, again, it no real win come out of it for those that are going to be the ones working the overtime, because what you also are going to see are a lot of companies begin to downsize their hiring. So, take a Walmart that might be staffed at 100 people. Now with overtime, shit, these people going to be running that, taking this overtime, not realizing, dummy, you working yourself into the ground and I'm getting the benefit of it. So now instead of a store being at 100 people, now they're going to knock that down to about 80. Because it's about 20 of them
that's going to work that overtime, that's going to keep up
it's
for.
It's about 20 of them that's going to work 60 hours a week.
So I ain't got to pay.
And I'd rather pay the 20 hours of overtime at $22 an hour is still less than me having to pay a full body to 40 hours a week. I've been doing this for a long time. So when it come down to that, it's like, bro, they are killing in that. It's like, oh yeah, you say I got to pay $22 an hour and they going to work the 20 hours? So that means I got to pay nobody 80 hours of payroll? Go ahead, dummy.
And again, because the people, the consumers, the us's in the, and I won't say us because we're obviously aware, but the us's in the world are the middle class, lower class, all of that, because we don't understand those kind of things. It puts us back in that cycle to where we feed over and over again into what exactly they're trying to give us. We view it as, oh my God, it's helping us, but it's not.
No, bro.
Perfect example, the stimulus checks we were getting. In the moment, oh my God, $1,200. That's freaking amazing. But look at our country now.
Look at the economy now and what it did to our economy over time.
Just this bill alone that Trump signed will introduce $26.6 trillion worth of debt into our economy over the next 10 years. And they're going to start hiring nothing but vets for an even bigger tax break. All right.
And what really sucks about this is the fact that these people are about to be working all these hours. Mind you, as just acknowledged, Medicaid, Medicare, all that's been cut. And the more wear and tear you put on your body,
the more you're going to need that Medicaid, Medicare, dental.
Like the more you're going to need to go to the hospital, to go to the doctor, because you're exposing yourself to so many injuries. And it sounds minute in the moment, but it's like every day you going to work, you exposing yourself first and foremost, workers' comp injuries. Anything happen at work, no matter what your job is, anything can happen. So now you expose yourself to that even more, to where you ain't even got insurance.
Sicknesses, disease, all of that shit.
If you work in a retail store like a Walmart or Target or something, the billions of different germs that are in and out those stores a day that you now exposing yourself to on a longer period.
Because let's be honest, all that COVID cleanup shit is out the window. Ain't nobody sanitizing shit no more.
Sanitizing and spraying them stores.
Sanitizing is not being happened anymore. So throw your mindset out the window if you think that's going on at any of these stores right now. Like, so I don't know. We're in a, for sure now currently, as we have been aware of for a while, we're in a different day and age now to where a lot of things that seem great in the moment are what's hindering us in our future. Ooh, my God.
Yeah. I mean, and
woo, that's a good one.
And when you really think about that, it's like, because in the moment you look at something for, okay, well, this is what it is right now, not even knowing what's on the other side of that door.
Jeez.
And then once you actually go through that door and that door shut, you like, oh my God, this been here the whole time? You were too busy living in the moment.
Bro, and we was just talking about that before we started.
In a whole different retrospect of a different, whole
just
different
life
scenario.
Period. Like, a lot of people live their lives thinking right now is where I got to live for, not even thinking about this time next year, where am I going to be?
And if you thinking this time next year you're going to be in the same spot that you're in right now, that means you need to evaluate your right now. Because I should be looking at my next year thinking to myself, well, yeah, this time next year I'm going to be doing da-da-da-da-da-da, because I'm going to be setting myself up for the rest of the year into this point next year to where I'm going to be ready to do whatever it is. You should never look at your life in any point from even looking at your today into your tomorrow. It should be things that you want to do different tomorrow.
Come on now.
That you did today, like, all right, man, I did this today, man, I should have did that. So next time I'm gonna do that tomorrow. If tomorrow I run into this, I'm gonna do.
Man, if you're here right now, put in the comments hashtag living for tomorrow. Hashtag living for tomorrow. Hashtag living for tomorrow. Let me see who all tapped in.
Hashtag
we giving some good gems right now. Hashtag living for tomorrow. But it goes deeper beyond living for tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Because as we acknowledge, because of where we're at now in history, where we're at now in life, living for tomorrow makes us fall short.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow comes so goddamn quick.
Yeah. Tomorrow is like literally here.
Like, think about it. We say all the time, bro. It don't feel, there we go. It don't feel like we got the same 24 hours as we did when we were kids.
No. I mean, because as kids, man, it felt like we was in school for 14 of them hours. And then even when we got out of school, it felt like we had all day, like we didn't go to school. And then on the weekends, felt like weekends. We just had a 3-day weekend and it didn't even feel like it.
So, to say I'm living for tomorrow puts you in a box, right? And that box is the mindset of, because realistically, I'm just being honest, tomorrow isn't the future. No. So it puts you in the box of saying, I'm ready for next, but I'm not ready for the future.
Yeah.
And realistically,
I'm ready for what's next, but I'm not ready for.
You should be ready for the future.
Yes. You should be equipping yourself for the future.
Because at the top of all of this, what did we say? If you're living your life right now, thinking, I'm going to be where I am right now this time next year, hell, watch this. Or I should be 50% better than what I am this time next year. You're living wrong.
You're living wrong. You should be a complete 360 of yourself this time next year. Because all of the work that you've put in, all of the time that you've put in into whatever it is that your craft is, whatever it is that you chasing or doing, you should be seeing your ROI on it. So that way, by the time this time next year come, you like, oh yeah, I remember, man, this time last year. Now you talking like that, Drip. I remember this time last year I was doing this. I was doing that. Now I'm able to do this. Now your mindset is, well, what can I do? What can I do this time? And that's the only way, man, that you really are going to continue to better yourself in life. And progress. Is if you looking at yourself and say, okay, this time next year,
I think personally, and I say this is because this is something that I've had to do over the course of the last, hell, at this point, 5, 6, damn near 7, 8 years. I've had to constantly do that self-evaluation, look yourself in the mirror. Hey, dude, what are you doing? And a lot of people, honestly, everybody here that's watching right now may know me personally. And everybody know personally on a day-to-day basis what I may do. But again, it goes deeper than what I do on a daily basis, because even though on a daily, what some may view as progressive, what some may view as, what's another word other than progressive? Forward thinking, whatever, moving forward, whatever. What some may view as somebody doing something to better their life, others may view as not doing enough. No. So it takes for you to look at yourself in the mirror and say, what is enough for me? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, enough can't be the bare minimum.
Yeah. Enough should never be the bare minimum.
You should be better enough to push yourself to your highest extent each and every day.
Yeah. You should be the best you every day, to where whatever the bare minimum is that you set for yourself, you surpass that so much to the next day. You looking like, well, man, I got to really set the bar high.
This man Darius, bro, I really know you, but I keep it to myself. LOL. Nah, I'm just joking. Carry on. I know you too, ugly.
So I think it really mattered to ensure, like, okay, this is the goal I set for myself, but I'm not just gonna do this, and this. I'm about to do that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add on a little more.
Setting goals ain't for everybody.
Nah, setting goals is not for everybody. I mean,
and I need a lot of people to realize that.
And it's hard to really sometimes set goals depending on how your life is structured, how you going, what you doing. Like, it's hard sometimes to really, like, okay, these are my goals. This is my goal, or that's my goal for this.
Setting goals ain't for everybody, bro.
That vision board thing and all that, man.
Setting deadlines, it ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
I believe in speaking into the atmosphere, which pertains into such, like, if you say it, it's gonna happen. If you believe it, it can happen even more. Yeah. Life and death lies in the power of the tongue. Yeah, all of those. You know,
aspects, not just, I know what you mean.
It's not hard to set goals. It's hard to carry out that goal. That too. But again, that's not to say that it's hard to set goals. It's just, again, setting goals ain't for everybody. Yeah. Because anybody can set a goal to do something. I'm going to do this by this time because this is what I want in the long run. Even if you do everything that you think needs to be done to carry out that goal, you may not hit that goal.
Yeah. And what did you just do to yourself mentally when you've set yourself a goal, you didn't hit that goal, now you question yourself, now you're beating yourself up?
And not just you didn't hit the goal, but again, you did everything that you thought
was going to be possible to make this goal accomplished, and still it didn't happen.
Like, so, because every year people get on social media, hell, they just in life do the whole vision board at the beginning of the year, set your resolutions, yada yada, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, bam bam bam, right? And every year you get people that set the same resolutions each and every year.
Yeah. Do not change their resolutions. Same thing every year reoccurring.
It's time to regroup and come back at it. Yes, but again, even in your regrouping, if you don't know how to regroup, or if you don't know what you're regrouping to do, it's hard to come back. It's hard to make yourself better if, again, you thought you did everything that you were supposed to do. That's like telling somebody to apologize for something that they didn't do.
Yeah. It's one of the most frustrating things.
It's hard to look somebody in the eye and say, I'm sorry for slapping you, if Well, I'm sorry for slapping you on Tuesday if I was nowhere near you on Tuesday. We weren't even in the same city on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. But you want me to apologize for that.
And it's the same thing. Like, you're in a situation to where you don't know what you're doing that's wrong. Mm-hmm. You just know you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And if you don't got the right, and of course that's where guidance and all of that comes in, mentors, blah, 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 all of that good stuff. But if you're an introvert and you don't believe in none of that, how can I still succeed?
Yeah. That's where it comes in that self-motivation, that self-awareness, and being able to say, okay, hey, some things ain't for me. And then that's when you got to realize that and conform to who you are.
Vision boards can work. The problem is they have vision parties and everybody doesn't need to see your vision. Whew. If they don't have accountability skills, then it will not work. Bible says it best, write the vision, make it plain, right? I think where a lot of people go wrong, and not just in this situation, and this is now because I brought up the Bible says, da, 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 da. People take the interpretation of the Bible that they hear from other places and that they may think for it to be, and they think this is what it got to be.
Yeah. Very few people go and make it and understand it for themselves.
So when you get the whole write the vision, make it plain, write the vision, make it plain is for you.
Yeah. People hear that and they think that means go and have vision parties for their youth department and for their girls group, and
like ministry. And of course, write the vision, make it plain comes into account to where if you're trying to lead a flock, if you're trying to do all of the, because you need to, the people under you need to know where the hell they're going.
They need to understand.
We can't be the blind following the blind. Yeah. We can't be blind followers. Right.
Terrible.
Yeah. So write the vision, make it plain. Yes. But write the vision, make it plain comes for you. It really means write the vision and make it understandable to where you know the game plan that you can set to get to where you need to get.
Yeah.
Or so you can make the game plan for y'all to get to where y'all need to get.
I think if people read it in a different version, sometimes a lot of people, I mean, just talking biblical, when you read stuff in the New King James, the King James version, it really will be like, but when you start to open up your mind and read different versions and really get the understanding, that's when you get the interpretations of what you just said. It don't mean make it plain like this. No, I mean make it plain to understand, clear to read.
They tell too much of their visions, and that can sometimes be the problem, especially when you have friends speaking against it.
Yeah. You have friends at them very vision parties that like, oh, that's your vision, cool. I'm about to go ahead and make sure I do everything possible to come against you achieving
and
that.
Even not speaking against it, but they just don't do nothing to help you do it.
Yeah. No support, and you know it's something that you can easily support me in, and not supporting me in it, knowing it's my vision is crazy.
That's what makes it hard at times to carry out. Facts. Because a lot of people don't feel the support that they think they need. No. What did we say a few episodes ago? A lot of people stop podcasting because they don't get the shares, the followers, the subscribers that they think that they should be getting.
And then they'll take that and be like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and stop it.
I got 3,000 followers, and out of my 3,000 followers, I know for sure 500 of my followers. So I feel like I should have 500 subscribers. So now because I don't have 500 subscribers, that's an issue.
Yeah. People really look at it like that, and they will run with that logic just like that. Like, nah, this ain't cool, man. This ain't right. And it's like, listen, man, that's literally the way it goes.
Man, life.
Yeah.
Like that's at this point what it comes down to. It just comes down to life. How we always say, the perception, how you view it. I'm out. Man, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you share it. Tell everybody else to tune in. We're having a good conversation tonight. Tune in, everybody. That's again where the perception of all of this comes in at. Because whereas we may view what Diddy did as this, others will view it as that. Mm-hmm. Where we may view a UFC fight at the White House as cool as hell, others may view it as
disrespectful, dishonoring. That's really the argument that people are making about it, is like, oh, how disgraceful, how distasteful, how dishonoring, how disloyal, how this, that. And it's like, at the end of the day, man, the world is changing. Like, we made a joke last episode about streaming the war on TikTok. We had people on our TikTok that was not fooling with that. And it's the truth. Like, bro, we live in a world now, bro, where anything is possible. So it's like, this man talking about bringing the UFC fight at the White House. If he ain't gonna do it, somebody gonna do it. We got a lot more living to do in life from what we know. So
a football game or something,
bro, it's gonna be
something.
It's gonna be some type of pay-per-view.
Now that the idea has came up.
Yeah. And Trump is the president currently to do it. And once he do it, that's what's gonna open the doors for so many presidents after him to just bring crazy ideas to the nation, to us as the people, and then we'd be like, let's see, can we pull it off?
So we're 7 weeks away from the NFL kickoff.
Yeah, everything is a trend now.
Oh, everything a trend nowadays. 7 weeks away until the 2025 season opener. As we all know, first game, the best game of the season is going to be Eagles versus Cowboys. The NFC East showdown of the century. Then that Friday, the following day, is going to be Chiefs versus Chargers in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Sunday, Ravens Bills, a heavyweight QB battle between Lamar and Josh Allen. How ready are we for this season of NFL football?
I'm super ready. Like, oh my God, I'm so ready, man. Oh my God, I'm so ready. I'm just, what's fun? I'm ready. Like, I'm ready for good football. I'm ready to see what some of these rookies are gonna do. I mean, from the season opener all the way to the last game, I think the whole NFL season is gonna be crazy this year.
All right, so I think the major question, one of the major questions is, will Caleb Williams be what he's finally supposed to be this season? That number one pick. This is why we chose you. Get us to the playoffs. You ain't got to do what Jaden Daniels did. Just get us to the playoffs.
I mean, I hope so, Drip. And honestly, after watching what Jaden Daniels did, I hope he take that and again be like, okay, I got to really go out here and perform. Like, I need to go out here and deliver, because I think, again, Jaden Daniels set the stakes very high for rookies, quarterbacks that are coming in the league this year and there on out. Like, this is what you're supposed to do. This is what generational talent look like. So, Caleb Williams going to have to really, he got to show out this year. And
yeah, because last year was,
bro, it was tough. It was tough, and I feel like if we start,
didn't Jaden beat him last year?
Yeah.
Okay, they did play each other. Okay.
And I feel like if we start to see early on 2-3 games, Caleb ain't Caleb, might go ahead and start chopping that up, man, because you got to come out swinging. Like, you don't even have let's give him 3-4 games, get in the groove. Get in the groove of what? Groove of what? It's time to go. You supposed to have been ready. So, Caleb got to deliver.
So, realistically speaking, all jokes aside, everybody know how I feel about the cow pussies. Is Eagles Cowboys an early NFC title preview?
No. The Cowboys will not be an NFC championship, and that's not just trolling. That's not, no. They're not. No. I think, again, you can't discount what Jaden Daniels did. Maybe you see it again. Who knows? Everybody talk about the sophomore slump. We'll see very early on in the season. But, I mean, if he come out playing like he did last year again, we'll see what we saw again. And if not, on the NFC, I mean Tampa, depending on how the games line up. I think that's why I said a few episodes ago was a Tampa and Philly NFC championship. Again, it got to be contingent on how the wins and losses and all that look, but I definitely don't see it Cowboys.
Baker Mayfield ass. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I mean Baker Mayfield is
damn.
ass.
Boy, I wish Darius wouldn't have left, man.
Baker Mayfield is ass, but as we've seen in so many other sports, it all come down to chemistry, and he got some over there in Tampa that is undeniable. Like them boys love him in Tampa, and he love Tampa, they love him, and shit. That's part of the formula.
Breaking news: DeWanna Bonner is expected to sign with the Phoenix Mercury.
Okay, all right. So,
and also right before we started, our boy Paulo Banchero got a $287 million contract extension for 5 years off of his rookie contract. So
right here in Orlando.
There's been a lot going on in sports and all of this, man. This is great. Another question. Sophomore slumps. How do you feel about that? Like, do you believe it to be true? Like,
I mean, I think history
is it just a jinx? Like,
I think history has gone to show that it's pretty factual. I do feel like it's also a jinx, but history has again showed us like sophomore slumps are real, which is why we have even started calling them that, because that's just what it looked like. Hopefully, my hope is Jaden Daniels can break that whole little sophomore slump curse, but realistically, I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough.
I like it either way. Whether he slump, whether he bump, whether he jump.
No.
Eagles in one.
Yeah, it don't really matter what he do. I mean, yeah, sucks for him to go to the NFC Championship twice if he do end up going again this year and losing back to back. Like, damn.
Jaden Daniels, Taki Samuels,
Debo Samuel.
Eagles gonna win again.
So
Patrick Mahomes, your home might be gone. Toodaloo. So long. Eagles winning again.
So, yeah, man, I think that's pretty.
Speaking of the Eagles, will the Eagles meet expectations this year, or are they setting up for a crash? Like, I can be honest when I talk about my team. I won't say setting up for a crash. Do I intend for a bumpy start? Kinda. We're going to beat the hell out of the Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys.
Week 2, 3, and 4, I see us going like loss, win kind of thing. But for the rest of the season,
yeah, in the bag.
After that bye week,
in the bag.
We ain't gonna lose no more.
In the bag.
And that's when all you're gonna see is fly, Eagles fly on the road to victory. All right, stop playing with me, man. Wow. And then last but not least, Texans. Hot, random, but how you view out the Texans this year? CJ Stroud. I mean, he didn't do bad last season. He just didn't do good.
I don't really have no opinions on the Texans. That's a very weird ass question for them to drop in there.
Yeah, like
shit about why that's even a fucking thing. Where I thought maybe they would say something about what about Pittsburgh with Aaron Rodgers being his confirmed.
Oh, because they got Stephon Diggs now. So they trying to Stephon. What?
No,
Stephon. Never mind. Disregard that, man. Stephon with the goddamn
What's up, Mom?
Patriots. What's up? Your sister was here. She on YouTube. Or was on YouTube.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That Texans a weird one.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers? Last season, last hoorah?
Bro,
you really think he can win it?
Go Figs. I really think that if they can make one more adjustment on their offense, whether it be another receiver or whatever, if they can make one more adjustment on their offense, hell, even make a stronger front line for them, they can make one more adjustment. Pittsburgh, he could do it.
What, slide out of the AFC? Like
Super
Bowl?
They've always had a top 10 defense. Always.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Tomlinson has always been hell of a head coach, so they don't have any coaching issues. That's one thing you don't have to worry about for them. But I mean they, obviously you got Aaron, you got a receiver. So I mean, you got your 1-2 right there. I mean, everything else is I think like you said, contingent on if they can protect them. If they can protect them, then they might be in a pretty good spot. But to beat the AFC, to take on Lamar and Josh and who else over there in the AFC?
Lamar. Yeah. Josh, yes. Lamar,
man.
Okay.
Patrick, you gonna take on Patrick?
Pat's a struggle. Josh is a struggle.
Tua, if he's healthy.
Tua's a struggle.
That's what I'm saying. It's pretty stacked over there in the AFC. That's why I'm shocked.
And I'm not trying to disrespect Lamar, but at the same time, we've never seen anything from Lamar in the playoffs to make us go, ooh, Lamar in the playoffs is so deadly.
I definitely would like to see what he's going to do over there in that black and yellow. I mean,
I love to see it, bro.
I think it's going to be an interesting season for them. Definitely, they're going to make the playoffs. I don't think I ain't even gonna disrespect.
Yeah, I see them making the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't see them not making the playoffs in that aspect.
I personally feel like
are they going? Who's their division, Drip?
They're AFC.
Well, I don't want to say this until I know who else is in their division. It's Baltimore. I think Baltimore is in there. I know for a fact Baltimore is in their division. I'm trying to see if Buffalo's in there too.
Baltimore, Cincinnati, Cleveland, and them. AFC North.
So they toughest.
So they fighting with Cincinnati.
I'm about to say they toughest division.
And again, this is no disrespect to the Ravens. In recent years, bro, Lamar hasn't shown me anything to make me go, oh my God, I can trust him in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, I think we know what Joey B gonna do. We know the offense they got over there in Cincinnati, so it's safe to say that's gonna be his toughest struggle. I don't think Baltimore as a team, Lamar as a player, has showed us anything that's like. Is he a good player? Yes. Does he have legit dog mentality? I can't say that. I can't say that he got dog in him, because if he did, they would have gotten over the hurdles that they had in the playoffs.
And the hurdles that you continue to struggle against are the same hurdles each and every year. And you struggle against the same two players every year, the same two teams every year.
And dog mentality is gonna get you over them same two players. You know what I mean? You're not gonna see Patrick and Josh Allen and freeze up. You're gonna see them and you're gonna go right over that. But yeah, it's tough for me to put Baltimore in a conversation until. And some might say, "Well, what more do y'all want from Lamar? He gave you MVPs and blah blah blah."
I want an AFC Championship game.
AFC Championship. I want to see dog. I want to see him go out and win it. You know what I mean? Like, at least win your conference. You know what I mean? At least be able to have those bragging rights. You coming in every season, and the only thing you bragging about is being.
I just want MVP, y'all boys.
And being the quote unquote best player, because it's still some players. The seasons that you won MVP, that it was quarterbacks that might have had better stats than you, running backs, wide receivers that could have arguably been in that spot. The real bragging rights come in 1, the Super Bowl,
winning,
and then in 2, being able to say, "Hey, I won my conference." So I was able to. So
did they even win the division this year?
That's what I'm saying, Drew. So if y'all asking us what y'all want, that's what we want. Win your conference. Go to the Super Bowl. Give me something more than just saying you the most valuable player. It don't do nothing. And I think, again, not to just switch sports, but, man, Shea has set a precedent across all sports. This man winning one MVP.
Did I know? Because his MVP was a real MVP. Bro. 30 points per game.
Come on, bro.
7, 8 rebounds.
Bro. That's a real
7, MVP. 8 assists. That's real MVP
and
shit.
Then he didn't just cap it off by saying, "Oh, and Jokic." Because this MVP seasons he won, he can say, "Oh, I went on and run a championship. I was a Western Conference MVP. I was the best player." That's what I want to see from Lamar before I can say, "Oh yeah, this, oh yeah that." Well, again, the reason, because I'm just thinking, I'm trying to dispute any argument people might want to. Oh, but what about Josh Allen? Josh Allen beat him. So Josh Allen ain't got no AFC championship. Okay, Josh Allen ain't got no Super Bowl, but he beat Lamar. You the MVP. You supposed to be able to blow through these boys.
I honestly, and people may find it disrespectful, but Joey B, he went to the Super Bowl. He beat what some people say baby goat.
Come on, bro. And that's why
also beat you on the way there too.
Come on. And that's why we're up here saying I'm not looking at Baltimore and saying, oh yeah, that's gonna be tough to beat. No, it's not.
I'm telling you, bro.
All I gotta do is get in this little nigga head and he gone. So, and this after y'all went and got Derrick Henry. Y'all went and got Derrick Henry. Oh, yo, this it. This
ain't do nothing. And ain't do nothing with it.
Didn't do nothing with it. Y'all supposed to be seeing us in the Super Bowl. It's supposed to be black on black crime.
It was supposed to be bird versus bird.
But y'all boys,
listen.
Boys fold when it's time to you know, it's time to heat up.
We thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of Discussions and Conversations, episode 23.
23 ski.
Episode 23, man. When it came 23 episodes, and it's just gonna keep getting better and better and better. Y'all keep asking when are we gonna have guests on. Y'all haven't given us the guests to get on. So when y'all give us the guests to put on this bit, we'll put some guests on here. We waiting for y'all to say.
We want to talk about something real, like how we do people. We don't want to just be on here every
week just talking randomly. Yeah,
I don't want to do that, bro.
Yeah. I want to talk about life. I want to talk about real situations. I want to talk about all that good stuff. So listen, if you got somebody that you think is interesting, let us know. If you got somebody that you think can talk that talk, let us know. If you know somebody that can walk that walk,
let us know.
Let us know, man, and that we'll bring them on discussing. I'm lying. God knows I'm lying. 'Cause I'm saying stuttering. No, we really gonna bring them on Discussions and Conversations because we don't want to just have these conversations with us alone. We thank y'all for being in the comments, man. I still ain't got no notifications on those shares. Did you get one?
No, I ain't get no tags.
Okay, well, guys, we'll try again on Friday.
Because we'll be back on Friday.
Every Monday, every Friday, 7 p.m., Discussions and Conversations. Follow us on Instagram, DK Podcast _ Same on Facebook. Hey, man, we just trying to spread our goodness, our cheer, our laughter, our hilarity, our life situations, all of that, man.
Our views, our takes.
Yeah.
Our everything, our thought processes.
And just have great discussions and conversations.
That's where the name comes from. That's all we want to do.
If you believe in that spoken word, go ahead, clap for me. Snap. Nah, for real though, man. Y'all thank y'all for tuning in, man. We freaks with y'all. We fools with y'all. We fucks with y'all, man. We out of here. Discussing Conversations, man.